Hi guys, welcome back to Derby Koi. It's the weekend. I'm still limping. Better than it was, a lot better, but still not right yet. So, updates on the pump. I cannot find the replacement housing for that pump. They do the, as I think I said, they do the DM Vario S, which looks like it's a different housing. But it's not leaking at the moment. All I had was that silicon, so all I can do is monitor it. If it goes again, I'll strip it down again, and I have got some epoxy resin stuff, like araldite type stuff, plastic weld stuff I can use. I never thought, as well, I completely forgot you can do it, but somebody did mention you can use super glue and baking powder or baking soda, which I do know about that, but I completely forgot about that. That goes really hard. That's really good, that combination. So I could possibly try that, clean it up and do that, but it's not leaking at the moment, so good things. But what I do want to do today is my upflow filter. In the last video I did say I do need to take it out because I've had quite a lot of blanket weed in the pond, and I put a treatment in. It's actually sticking around the mesh, and I think it's restricting a bit of the flow on it a little bit. So I want to clean that out, sort that out, and my air as well I need to sort out. So I'll spin you around and show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so my upflow filter, I don't know if you can actually see, probably see down there, all that stuff is sticking in the mesh, the grid at the bottom. So I need to take it out and give that a clean. But I also want to do this part here, my air. At the moment it's about here, so it's blowing up, so I've got all that space down there. So what I want to do is I want to turn that, all it needs doing is twist it down so it's actually pointing down, and hopefully then it will keep some of this clear. And when I do boil it, what it does, it boils and it starts to force the stuff down the air, and it traps all the media here and doesn't boil the bottom. So I have to turn it off, wait for it to rise and boil it again. So if I turn that down, hopefully that would stop that. Hopefully it works well fairly well in the bunker the way it is. So that's what I'm going to do. So what I need to do is take that one. I can take the union valve off there, but the bottom, I'm going to put this in. I think what I'm going to have to do is take this part off the bottom here, the tubing clip, and take the reducer out at the bottom. This part will still be on, so my grid will still stay on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a boil first, boil it out to clean it, and then I'll start to strip it down. Okay, so it's out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to take this boot off here, so all the media will be at the other end. Take the boot off, clean the mesh out, and turn that valve down. I did think about taking the media out, sticking it in the bucket, pond water, give it another good clean, but so I don't know if I might. The amount that's going through, I may even clean, take the top off as well. I think take the top one off as well, just to clean that grid as well. Won't hurt it. So anyway, let's get this apart and sorted. Okay, so I decided to get the media out in the end. There you go. I said the blanket weed is blocking it up. Wow, that's what the blanket weed is doing to it. Eventually it would have broke down, but it really would have blocked the media up. So look at that. I'm glad I'm taking this apart now to clean that out, because that is disgraceful. That is bad. So yeah, obviously I've got all the media in here, and I'll give this a good clean round. I'm going to take that out, I'm going to give it a good hose down and wash out, and then get it back together. But look at that. Yes, that's why my flow was down. But anyway, let's get it sorted. Okay guys, so I've got the disc out. Look at that. Blanket weed on there. That is terrible. So I'm going to give this a good clean. I'm going to get that part is the other one end as well there. I'm going to get that apart. I'm going to give this tube a good clean, and yeah, that's not good. That as well, rotting down, is not going to be good for the pond. So I'm going to keep my eye on this, and I can do it again if needed, and when, as and when, but that is not good. There you go. That's a bit cleaner. I'll give that a good clean as well. That one wasn't actually dirty, it was just a tiny little bit in there, so I've cleaned that out. So I'm going to put that back together. But this upside down now, so what I'm going to do is this here, look, the air is pointing up, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt it so it's actually pointing not 100% down, but virtually down, so it's going to cause a vortex, hopefully, more over that way. So when you look at it side on, it's at a slight angle. Hopefully it will stop a lot of that blocking that up. I know with the blanket weed, it's not going to do a lot, so I may have to hit it apart again until my blanket weed's gone. I'll keep my eye on it, but it's going to help with the boiling. As I said, normally when I boil it, it boils the top and it starts to push the media down and down and down, and it stops at the bottom because of the air. So hopefully that will stop that. So I'm now going to get it back together. Let's get it done. Okay, so the bottom part's in. As you can see, I've turned the air down. So what I'm going to do now is just going to get the media back in, stick the top on, and I'll fire it up, and then I can try and boil it, and hopefully, I still think it's going to push some down the bottom because there's still that gap at the bottom, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as bad as it was. So it's worth a try. I know it works okay in the bunker, so we'll give it a go. Okay, it's back up and running. Just doing a quick check for leaks. It's quite wet already down there, so I can't see anything really. So now what I've got to test is I'm going to test the air. So I'll shut the valve off, open that one up, and see what it does. Well, that's doing a lot better. See, it's tornading down the bottom now, it's not as catching where before it would come down. Oh, that's so much better. I should have done that the first time. But as you can see, it's bringing it back up to the top, so it's really going to help that now. I'm very happy with that, much happier. So let's get that out, flush out. Oh, perfect. I'm so happy that's better. And as I said, I am going to keep my eye on that for the blanket weed, because I'm just topping back up over there. If I move the netting back, even though I've put a good treatment in, as you can see, it hasn't died off yet. I mean, look at the length of this stuff. It's really struggling to die off at the moment. It really is ridiculous. I may have to put another dose in. It hasn't been, I don't want to put it in there, it's probably about where are we, 4 days, 5 days, so I think I'm going to have to give it another week, and if it hasn't really started to die back by then, I think I'm going to have to put another dose in. It's quite bad, that. I didn't realise it was so bad. I know it looks bad, but when you put your hand in and pull it out, it is really bad. So that's why my upflow got blocked. The koi have been eating on that and chomping it and breaking it off, and obviously the blanket weed's dying down and breaking off. So yeah, that is quite bad. I did find, as you can with this, there's bits on there, but in that upflow as well, there's fly larvae again. So I think I'm going to have to get some more of them little donut things I had, which really did help reduce it. I don't think I've got any left, so I might have to order some more. But I did put them in my Backy River because it doesn't like fast flowing water, so I haven't got that at the moment. So I don't know where I'm going to put it. I could possibly put it in the skimmer, so at least it's breaking down in the water in there. but that's an option. And it'll keep some of the flies down because they aren't quite bad again this year. But yet again, I've still left the netting on for now because I don't know why, especially that platinum ogon at the moment. I've seen him flash a couple of times again. So I'm doing a top up and I'm going to do water tests again and see where we are. Right, so I'm really pleased at that. I can't believe how bad that was. It really was bad. So if you have got your own made upflow filter, even proper Tempest, if you've got blanket weed or had blanket weed, keep your eye on them grids, because unless you're obviously after your filter, obviously with mine unfortunately it's coming direct from my skimmer, and because of that pump I've got in there at the moment, I can't put my basket in, which is unfortunately letting a lot of stuff through into the upflow filter. But hopefully I'm going to sort that pump out soon and get the right reducer I need to get the smaller pump in. If I can't get the reducer, I'm going to have to buy another pump. I need at least 8,000 litres at least, I'd have thought. 8 to 10. I had a 10 on. I think there's a 10 on it at the moment, the spare one, but he's a big one that's on it. So yeah, once that's done, get my basket and that'll stop a lot of the stuff coming through for the upflow. But if you're not doing it after a filter as such, keep your eye on it, definitely, because that's not good having that in there. It was really bad. Yeah, so not much else I'm doing today. My knee's starting to ache a bit now, so I've had enough. I would have really loved to get onto that what's it called, veg filter. I really would have loved to get onto that, but I'm aching. My knee's really hurting now. And tomorrow I'm popping out, doing a bit of a pond visit tomorrow, popping to see somebody and give me a bit of advice on a couple of issues they're having. So I will try and record that when I'm there, get a little bit of recording done. Big pond by the sound of it. I think it says 20,000 litres, so a decent sized pond, definitely. I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. That's if his wife doesn't go into labour. His wife's very heavily pregnant and due to go into labour any day now, so you may get a phone call to say can't do it, she's gone into labour. But yeah, hoping for that tomorrow. So I shall catch you, if she hasn't given birth, I shall catch you tomorrow. Hi guys, just got in from work. Now the weekend just gone, I went and did a pond visit, and to help a subscriber out, he asked for a bit of advice, so I popped over there to see him. And fabulous pond, really a nice big pond. I was going to put it at the end of this video, but I think I got quite a bit of footage, so I think it deserves a video on its own. So that will be out on Wednesday, so pop and check that one out. Big pond, 25,000 litres I think he said, or just under 25,000 litres, with some very nice koi and some fish in there close to 6 foot, massive fish, and something a little unusual as well, something a little bit poisonous. So check that out on Wednesday. Really good good visit that was. Right, I also spoke to Ken at the koi collection about the open day on the 17th of August. Now he's going to do a koi raffle like he did last time. He did a free koi raffle, and Graham's going to put a video here somewhere of the fish that are about in the raffle. Now these it's a morosoi, and you need to be there on the day to be entered into the raffle to win a morosoi fish, one of these. And you need to be there on the day, and you need to be there for when the raffle is called, which will probably be around somewhere around 12, half 12. I'd have thought somewhere around that's what it was last time. Like I say, you need to be there on the raffle for the call of the raffle, because you do need to take the fish with you on the day. So come along, get your name down on the raffle, and you can win a fish. It's worth it just for that, ain't it? And I am hoping I will try and do some bread pudding. So yes, Gav, don't worry, there'll be some there. So I'll be doing some bread pudding on today as well. Obviously there'll be refreshments, tea, coffee, cold drinks and food available on the day. So really looking forward to that. It'd be great to see you all there. Hopefully you can come along and enjoy the day, and hopefully we have some more of this sun we're having at the moment. It's absolutely beautiful weather at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, my pond at the moment, I'm pleased to say everything's looking good. I've got my clarity coming back, which is good. My blanket weed is really dying off now. Unfortunately it's blocking the filters up, but yeah, looking a lot better. The issue I had with my nitrite and nitrates, that seems to be settled right down now. A couple of very minor fluctuations on the nitrates. Again, I think that's the water from the mains again. Nothing too major this time. I did see one of the forums for the local area, I think it was yesterday actually, somebody put a picture on of a glass of water that's come out the tap, and it looked like somebody poured some milk in it. It was just all really cloudy, and I said that's what's coming out the tap at the moment, which is like 2 mile up the road, a mile and a half, 2 mile maximum. Might not even be that far, to be honest. But yeah, apart from that, the nitrate I'm happy with at the moment. There's been this year, I don't know what's been going on, there's been an absolute nightmare. I've been watching certain videos and people have been messaging me. So many people have lost fish this year due to water issues, and most of it seems to be coming from the water companies, to be honest. They've said they're having nitrate spikes, ammonia spikes, and when they've done tests on their water, it's coming from the water, the tap water, even if it's going through their 3-stage chlorinators. I know there's been an issue with certain people having chlorine issues coming through, lots of chlorine in the water as well. So yeah, so not good at the moment, which actually brings me on neatly to Cactile. I've been contacted by Cactile again. You know, I've already done a test for 2 of their water test monitors. They're 2 6-in-1s. I've got the wired and the wireless. Now they've contacted me to say they're going to be sending me out the Wi-Fi app-based version as well, which they're doing. I know there's a couple of people have had them already, but they've got one coming out. They've said they'll send me that one, but if I want to wait a little while, they're going to send me out their new updated version with the smaller probe, which I've said I would actually like to test that one to compare it to the bigger probes. And they've also got another one coming out which is going to be quite interesting. I think it's a floating water test monitor for ponds. It is battery operated, but it's going to be float. You can float it in your pond, and I think that might be Wi-Fi based as well. But the good thing about that one, it actually tests for to see if the chlorine. So I don't know exactly what, but they said it's got something to do with chlorine on it as well, one of the tests. So that'll be very interesting when it comes out as well. Be interesting to see that one. So yeah, they're coming up. So if you are interested in any of the Cactile products, there will be a link in the description down below, and you'll get a discount. If you click on the link below, you get it's either 14 or 16%. I'm sure Graham will put some on the screen, but a link in the description down below. Click on that and you can get any of their water test monitors. You'll get the discount on it, so that's really handy. I'm not sure if the Wi-Fi one's in there yet. I think it might be, but that's the one with I think it's the one with the larger probe at the moment is there. But as I said, the new one coming out will have a smaller probe that obviously fits if you can't get the bigger probes in, because they are quite bulky, but they're doing a smaller one, so interesting to see where that comes. So yeah, not much else going on I don't think at the moment. But as I say, check out that video on Wednesday. Pond is great, big fish, beautiful fish, 6 foot and something poisonous. I was like, wow, I've never seen anything like that. Absolutely stunning fish, stunning. I loved them. Don't know if I would keep them, but check it out, very interesting indeed. And he was after some advice, so in that video I will actually be asking you for some advice, because I'm not 100% on it, so somebody on here may be able to help out as well. So check that one out. So yeah, that's it for now. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Pop on over to Facebook and Instagram, and that's it. So until the next one, as always, stay safe. Job's a good one.